Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. It is Tuesday, May the 23rd. This month's almost all over with already. We've got a great show lined up for you. We've got some special guests. It's Tasty Tuesday. We're also going to be visiting and talking about our Diagnostic Sonography program here at HCC. My co-host every Tuesday, Benji Escobar, joining me live from HCCTV. Benji, how's it going?
It's going pretty good over here. We're having a wonderful time here at HCCTV Studios.
I know you always do, but the main thing, I know you look forward to that time of day where you and Chris go out to lunch. Where are you going to go today? Have you already been discussing that?
No, actually, but most likely it's going to be either Cali or Simply Fun. I mean, it's one of the closest places to walk from here.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe you can spread your branches. There's several restaurants within walking distance. You don't have to go to the closest one. You can walk a little bit further. You know that, right?
Well, how much can we walk in this Houston humidity? You know what I mean?
There's always an excuse. But hey, there's no excuse not to catch us, though, live every morning. We're here at 10 a.m. Just about every morning that HCC is in session. And Benji, they can always catch us in social media and on HCC TV as well.
Yeah, we're live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, but Houston Community College District. We're also on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and we have our own TV channel, HCCTV, where you can catch the rebroadcast of this show at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
There you go. All right, Benji, stick around because you're going to be talking with this next guest. Elizabeth Ho is joining us live. She's going to be talking about our Diagnostic Sonography program. Good morning, Elizabeth. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking forward to hearing about this program out at Coleman. So stick around. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes. Okay, we're going to kick things off. We're going to continue highlighting Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And of course, we've got Tasty Tuesday going on as well. And we're joined now by Linda Nguyen, who is the founder of Linda's Tropical Fruits. She's our Tasty Tuesday guest. Linda, it's good to see you. I think we're going to have to get you to unmute your mic. Your mic's still muted.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
hey, got it.
You got it.
Thank you for having me today, Todd.
Yeah, so thanks for joining us. First off, let's talk about the concept of your store. First off, where are you guys located?
So we are in the heart of Chinatown here on Bel Air Boulevard. If you know Kim Sung, we're actually just across the street from Kim Sung on Bel Air.
Okay. And tell us a bit about your place and what inspired you to start an exotic fruit store.
So, I am from Vietnam, and in our country, we have all these tropical exotic fruits. I moved here when I was 7 years old, and, finding these fruits were not easy. So as I went to Florida to visit on my baby moon and discover all my childhood fruits, so with all the excitement and the passion that I have, I said, you know what? I got to share this with everybody, because if I want it, then all my cousins and families and friends will all want it. So we end up just really working hard towards that and finding every fruits that I could possibly want and taste. And I wanted to bring it here and to share it to everyone. And thank God everybody else loved it too, not just me.
You have one of the fruits, I guess, that inspired all this was soursop. Is that correct? What is that?
Yes. You want to see a soursop, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so this is one of the fruit that we grow up eating. This is actually one of the bigger fruit that we got here. This is a soursop, and it's also known as anona or guanabana in Spanish. So for us, this is we grow up eating this.
What does it taste like for those of us who've never had this before?
I would say it's a cross between a pineapple and a coconut.
A pineapple and a coconut. All right, that's pretty interesting. Do you get these fruits sent from Florida? Is that where they're coming from to you? Are they imported through Florida, or do you get them directly from overseas to you?
Oh, yeah. So we have them everywhere. So it depends on the fruits. Such as this year is our pink pomelo. These are imported from Vietnam coming in. Or durians, which is that stinky fruits that everyone talks about. Yeah. Okay. These are also imported from Thailand and also from Vietnam or Malaysia at one time. And then we have Florida grown fruits, and then we have from Mexico. These are actually from Spain. These loquats are from Spain.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay.
Yes.
Now, back to
And
the,
then we
back
have
to
Hawaii
the,
too. So anywhere all over the world, it's here. Linda's tropical fruit. So you don't have to go anywhere else.
now the fruit you were holding up just a moment ago, very controversial. The durum, is that what it's called?
Yes, the durian. This is
Yeah. So that one, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, some countries are banning people from taking this into closed locations. Is that true?
usually hotels. Yes,
Yeah.
Thailand and Singapore are you're not allowed to bring this inside because it's just so strong. I mean, funny story is that one time I was shipping this on an airplane on Southwest Cargo, and the plane had to stop because they were trying to find out where the gas leaking was. And it was my fruit. It was true story.
And I've heard, I've never had a chance to taste it. I probably would taste it one day, but I haven't heard good things from people who've tasted it. They say it tastes like spoiled onions. Is there any truth to that? Do you like the fruit? What does it taste like in your opinion?
So honestly, I grew up not liking this fruit. Even though we had it in our backyard, we just did not like it at all. But because my husband didn't like it at the time we were dating, I keep on making smoothie, and I thought it was a funny joke, and I give it to him to drink, and he just spits it out, and I'm like, haha, look at me, I'm drinking it. So I started growing to love it, which is great because now I really have to eat it. You know?
Yeah.
Honestly, the texture of it is like a creme brulee texture, which is very creamy stuff. But the smell of it is like a goat cheese smell. So you kind of just combine it together.
I imagine you have a lot of people that come to your shop wanting to get the comfort foods they grew up with in their native country. Do you have a lot of people that are reminiscing when they come in, like, I haven't had that in so many years? What's the most popular one they come in and reminisce over?
You know, honestly, exactly. It's a childhood fruit. You know, I had a friend who just got this fruit, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, what is this fruit?" I'm like, "It's loquat." She's like, "I had this when I was little. I haven't had it for so long." You know, and it's like, yeah, it's here. You know, and they're like, "Well, now I got to find a tree and grow it." So it's like, you know, we have many stories because, you know, as we grow up, what we eat, and we miss the smell and the taste of it, just like mom's cooking. You know, yeah.
And I understand you got your knife with you, and you're going to show us the inside of some of these fruits. Which one are you going to show there?
So the first one I would like to show everyone is called mangosteen. It's also known as queen of fruit, which we use on our logo. This is one of the best tasting fruits there is. So it's beautiful and white in the inside. Look how beautiful that is.
And is it very sweet?
It tastes mildly sweet, a little hint of sourness to it. And then, I don't know, it's just so hard to describe these fruits because you have to really say, oh, does it taste like similar to grapes or an apple? It just doesn't. You just have to try it.
I mean, I feel like here in the States, we're very boring with our fruits. You've got some good stuff, unique tastes. You know?
The mangoes, right? Yes. You know, and believe it or not, when mango season comes in, Linda Tropical Fruits, we have over 20 different varieties of mangoes that you can taste. So I'm going to cut another one, which is this is called a star apple. It's nothing like an apple that you see every day. And the reason to call a star apple is when you cut into it, it has a star. Wow, you can see it.
Oh wow, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's a star apple.
Now, once again, being the boring American that I am, what does it taste like?
Gosh, it's hard. Like I said, it's really hard to say. It's also known as a milky fruit. So before I cut it, I'm supposed to be massaging this fruit. So all that milky fat would come out, you know. And I do have a dragon fruit. There's two kind of dragon fruits here. There's a white dragon fruits and there's red, but they both look pink, right? But one is white. I'm going to cut that out. Because you see this at everywhere, every place. Is that beautiful?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And then we have a red one, which is also pink outside. But it's red.
It looks like a beet on the inside almost.
It does. Yeah. It does. And then we also have a yellow one, which is very high in antioxidant. What I really like is this one.
Wow. Look at that.
Do you know what this is, Todd?
No, you have no
Give
idea.
me a guess. Just guess.
I'm going to go.
Something that every kid loves eating.
I'm going to go with a turkey breast, a smoked turkey breast.
Good one. But this is what chocolate is made out of. This is the
Really?
cacao pods.
Okay.
Cacao pods.
And you can eat that as a fruit or make it into a smoothie, or what would you do with it?
No, you don't. I'm actually going to a little harder to cut this here, but I'm going to do it. Oh. Hold on. I'm struggling with this a little.
It looks difficult to cut open. You sure that's not smoked turkey? Okay. Wow, look at that. That almost looks like alien right there.
Yes.
Okay.
So these are the pots that you can eat fresh. And then once you're done with the seed, you can just dry and grind it up into making, I think in Mexico, they make it mole. But for us, you make chocolate.
Okay.
So
that's incredible.
Mm-hmm. So cool.
Does it have a chocolatey taste to it?
No, not at all.
Not at
you
all?
got to have sugar and milk and a lot of sugar, and then it becomes chocolate because it's very, I would say, bitter.
Yeah.
If you think this thing just by itself, it's just bitter like the mole.
Well, I know also too, you don't have to cut it open, but I do see the jackfruit there. And we were talking about it before the show started. Jackfruit seems like it's getting a resurgence because of vegans. And you can make it in certain ways to kind of, replicate pork.
Yes, I do have a piece. Look, give me 1 second.
Okay.
You have a piece of jackfruit.
Okay.
That's how it looks like when it's inside. Now, for the vegan to make this, like their dish, it's actually not the actual pulp itself, but these white parts.
Oh, so
that's white part.
Yeah. And there's a lot.
That makes it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's.
And Todd, jackfruit is the biggest fruit in the world. And it's also the fruit that you can use in every part. Even the seed, when you roast it, it tastes like peanuts.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I can try that. You got me sold. So, Linda, once again, you guys are open. What's your hours real quickly? And we're going to post your social media information as well.
We're open every single day. We don't close, even New Year, from 10 to 7:30 p.m.
All right.
Every day.
Linda Nguyen, she's the founder and owner of Linda's Tropical Fruits, our Tasty Tuesday guest. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in the future. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to be out there and trying those fruits.
Thank you so much, Todd. Thank you again for having me.
All right. Thank you. Okay, Benji, I know a lot of those fruits bring back your childhood. You were talking about a few of them, right?
Yeah, my mom, she always talks about, the anonas, the soursop that she was talking about. When we were naming our restaurant, she actually wanted to name it that, like the fruit, anonas restaurant. But we went with something else, but she keeps that in mind. She's like, maybe a second restaurant. But
well, now you know where to get some for your mom. Right?
Oh, I'm probably going to go and get her one and be like, look what I found.
There you go. Yep, there you go. All right, Benji, you got a special guest that's going to talk about our sonography program.
Yeah, we're moving on to Elizabeth Ho. She is the director of the sonography program at Coleman College for the Health Sciences. Welcome back to the show, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's begin with the history of the Diagnostic Medical Sonography program.
Well, Houston Community College has this program for years, over 20-something years. And nobody really know that it's a hidden treasure that the program is at Coleman College for Health Sciences. And so for anybody else who's interested in healthcare program, I beg for you guys to look us up online at Coleman College for Health Sciences. We have over 18 different healthcare programs that offers, and it would allow students to go through school from 6 months to a year or maybe 2 years for an associate degree, and they would make great income right after graduating from school. So, our history as with the diagnostic medical sonography, for me, started from the beginning. So I am actually Vietnamese. My parents took me. We were boat people. We travel. We fled the country through the boat and got stuck on the boat for a good 4 days and got rescued by a bigger boat. And they took us to the Gallon refugee camp in the south of the Philippines. And we stayed there for a year before we, got sponsored by somebody here in the U.S. and got accepted into the U.S. And, I just want to say that I'm very grateful for Houston Community College because I went through school through Houston Community College and got my degree through radiography and sonography. And so, after I graduated from ACC and worked, I decided to come back and give back to the community by being an instructor and gradually promoted to become a program director. But I've always known, ACC and, I've been in the U.S. since 1985 and went through school. And with ACC, it started everything for me. So I think that it's a hidden treasure that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah.
And so I just want to let people know that, if you don't know what career path you want to have, look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that story with us. I mean, that's amazing, how a lot of people come to this country and they make something of themselves, when they're struggling in their own country, which is sad also, but, it's something that makes America what it is,
Yeah.
And we're here honoring Asian American Pacific Island heritage. And so it's great that you share that with us. But let's get back on the topic about the sonography program over there. So I know that kind of sounds, people probably hear it next to ultrasound and sonography, but is there a difference between them?
Right. So when people hear the word ultrasound, they tend to relate that to scanning pregnancy women. But realistically, sonography is the medical term. So ultrasound is it's the same as sonography. But in our field, we are diagnostic medical sonography, which we use the term ultrasound. Ultra is high and sound is sound. So we're using high frequency sound wave to create a diagnostic image for the radiologist. And we're basically, I usually tell all of our students that we're the investigator for the radiologist. We go and look for pathologies, so sometimes in other imaging modality like CT, X-ray, CAT scan, nuclear medicine, the machine would take a picture and then it would showcase whatever pathology there is, and the radiologist would have to read it. But our field is much more unique because we have to look for those pathologies. When we take picture, we scan with our right hand and we run the machine with our left hand. And we literally, with our right hand holding the transducer, we have to find the pathology. If we don't find it, we miss it, then we're not doing a service for the patient. So it's sort of different, although we're taking pictures, but we have to be highly knowledgeable with the skills and the anatomy and the pathologies, and in order to find a pathology for the radiologist. So it's slightly different. Although it's an imaging modality, the same as other imaging modality, but it's very unique. It's very unique. Yes.
But not only are you hands on with it, because you said you're scanning with your left, and you're using the machine with the left, and you're scanning with the right, but you have to know what these parts of your body have to look like and look for any abnormalities at the same time. This Correct. Is a very extensive, yes. thing that you have to get knowledge on, right?
Yes, it's a multitask skills. And I tell students all the time, it's a skill that we cannot really teach students. Students have to practice in order to get. Teaching them how to scan is like teaching them how to play an instrument, let's say a flute, piano. We can tell you how to read the notes, what the keys are and where it's at. The music is not going to be great unless you practice and play that. And gradually yes. students will have to put in their own skills and make it, unique to them. With ultrasound, the other challenging part is we have to use critical thinking when we scan, because not every patient come in with the same size, shapes, and body. So when we scan a patient who's obese, we have to change our skill set, our skills, techniques to to scan that patient. And if they're petite and skinny, then we have to change it. So the knowledge to know all of that is very intensive. And so our in our field, the other great thing is that we actually have the actual ultrasound machine in our lab for our students to practice. So they're scanning on actual machines versus like CT, MRI, X-ray, because those machine has radiation. They can't really do those studies in the lab. They have to, learn it at the clinical site. But in our program, students get all of the education in the lab. They also were able to be out in the clinic and learn the real environment and skills from sonographer in the clinic also. So it's a very well-rounded program that offers students a lot of opportunity to learn and to grasp the skill set that they really need before they graduate.
See, and that's one of the things that I love about HCC is just they provide so much, and people look at them like, oh, they're a community college. No, we have so much to offer.
Yes.
We're like I'm part of the filmmaking program, and it's like from day one, you can already start using some of the equipment where other filmmaking schools are just, you have to be a year in the program to even be able to use some of these equipment. So that's what I love about HCC. And I know that Coleman's schedule is very different than the rest of HCC. But what are your plans for the summer? Is there any classes going on? Anything that you can tell our audience?
Yes. And so, at Coleman, all of the programs are based on cohorts. Cohorts means that students are selected as a group and they go through the same classes throughout the whole program. So when you're in a program, you're with a cohort that's like your second family. So you kind of move through the courses together as a group. And Coleman have taught us one big thing is to be flexible, to learn different way. So since COVID, we provided online learning for all our students. And now that COVID not quite totally lifted, but it's kind of relaxed up a little bit, now that students are required to come to class face to face. And it's a big adjustment because they're so used to having online learning. So what we did is we give students an options. They can come in if they want to, and if they don't want to, they can be at home learning on their own. But we closely monitor students to make sure that they're successful throughout the program. So COVID made us be flexible. And so I think it's great because now with Coleman, with healthcare, we have a lot of students that are traditional and non-traditional. Their students come back from second career, and so they have a busy life. And so we understand that. So making them to come to class full time sometimes may be harder for them. So we allow them to have online learning. So I think that's the best thing, for our students.
Okay, yeah. So thank you so much for all the information you told us about the program there. It's Elizabeth Ho, the director of the sonography program at HCC Coleman College for the Health Sciences. And we'll have all of the info on our post after the show for students or anybody who's interested in the program can check out those links and maybe reach out to you guys. So thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Elizabeth. Okay, Benji, we've got some mental health workshops that are actually happening today that our students can attend. 11 a.m. today, mental health and address the stress. That's Tuesday, today, May the 23rd. Full-time employees. This presentation helps understand the mental health benefits of Health Select Medical to manage stress in everyday life. There's also later today, 2 p.m., overcoming burnout. This one, another one for employees, also open to part-time employees. This discusses how burnout is different from stress, offering tips to prevent it. Check your emails for a Teams link to log into both of these. And the PEP deadlines are upcoming as well.
Yeah, PEP deadlines announced for June 2023. It's almost time to have a performance excellence program documents acknowledged by employees by June for full-time faculty and staff, or June 30th, depending on the length of your employment. For details, visit my HCCS page or contact your senior partner, talent relations partner, and check out our post after the show for more details.
Yeah. Also, we talked about summer camps on the show yesterday, but STEM summer camps are happening literally across the district. One of them, very popular, at the West Houston Institute. It's HCC's free STEM summer enrichment program for middle school students, and it's part of Verizon's Innovative Learning STEM Achievers Project, providing design thinking, 3D printing, augmented reality, and social entrepreneurship. First session, June 5th through the 23rd, and it's at HCC's West Houston Institute. These fill up fast, so make sure you check our post after the show to register for the event. And we also got Brave Conversations coming up. We talked about this yesterday on the show as well, Benji.
Yeah, we're Brave Conversations with Women's Sexual Health. HCC's Counseling and Ability Services will host Women's Perspectives, creating a space for brave conversations on women's sexual health. This will take place Friday, June 9th at 11 a.m. and it's going to be taking place through Zoom. So check out the post after the show for registration info.
All right. Hey, kids, we've got a long weekend coming up. I don't know if you knew this, Benji, but Monday is Memorial Day. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did know that, but I wanted you to say that. I was trying to confirm if we were going to be off or not.
Yeah, we're going to be off. So that means there's no up to the minute on Monday. It's never too early to plan for a 3-day weekend. So HCCTV is reminding everyone that HCC will commemorate Memorial Day next Monday. So there'll be no up to the minute that day. That's Monday, May the 29th. Put it on your calendar, Benji. Get ready to enjoy your holiday. Remember the meaning of it and prepare for the summer. And you know what, Benji? Fall registration is open. Real quickly, folks, there's still 5 ways to learn, including virtual, all virtual, some hybrid, in person, but you got to register, hccs.edu/apply. We're running out of time, but tomorrow we've got more NICOD winners and a visit from our chief of police here at HCC. Benji, thanks for being here. Go pick up your mom some of that fruit and bring it home to her, all right?
For sure, yeah.
All right, earn some bonus points there. Hey, folks, thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow morning live, 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.